Hi guys, welcome to this Barb Stamps video. In today's video, we are going to use the adorable Moon Baby stamp set to create this pocket card that could also be used as a gift card holder. So you could just create the card. This one I did not make as a gift card holder, I just made it as a card. But we could easily adapt this and move some of our stamping around so that a gift card would fit inside there. Or you could just attach the gift card to the back of the insert here. So we're going to be using the Moon Baby stamp set. Like I said, we're going to be using this Sweet Soiree Designer Series paper. Bet you didn't think that's where those came from, because the Sweet Soiree Designer Series paper is this amazing paper with these gorgeous foil accents on it. Aren't these papers just amazing? Look at all those gorgeous foil accents. Then we've got the two other patterns here, the Calypso Coral and the Old Olive. But the back side of these papers, look at that. They're just regular old patterns with no foil accents, and a lot of them reminded me of baby cards. I just thought these patterns were so cute that a lot of these could be used for baby cards. And so that's what we're going to do. We're going to use the polka dot pattern here and the green or the olive striped pattern. So my cardstock pieces are a 8.5 by 5.5 piece of Marina Mist, 2 pieces of the Designer Series paper. They measure 5 1/4 by 1 1/4 inch each. The insert, this is a 3.5 by 4. Oh gosh, I forgot. 3.5 by 4.5. 3 3/4 by 4.5. So then this one is 4 by 4 3/4 for the insert. We've also got a couple of die cuts, and these come from the So Saffron die cut here comes from the Layering Squares framelits, the scallop here. Now I number all mine starting in the smallest one is number 1, so this is number 7 scallop. And then we've got our piece of white that, oh, I left the die on the Big Shot. This one uses the 3rd largest stitched square framelit. And a lot of times when I get my die cuts out of my Big Shot, excuse my reach there, I will have like little fuzzies on the edges of those. And I just simply take a sanding block, and I believe these can be purchased at beauty supply stores. I believe nail techs use them for nails. I would know nothing about nails, but I believe that's where you can get them. So those are my cardstock pieces. We're going to bring in the baby and our basic black ink. So we're going to ink up the baby, and I'm going to use a scratch piece of paper here because I'm going to stamp off of the paper. So we're going to ink that up, check it, make sure it's inky, looks inky. And then we're just going to stamp it so that the baby is kind of, oh, he's kind of flying off the page, sort of. He's floating down with his little umbrella. There he is. Isn't he just so cute? And now I also have a scratch piece of paper here that I just went ahead and inked up the umbrella. I'll just stamp it right on there, and then I'm going to fussy cut that with some scissors. So that's going to complete that part. We've also got the inside of the card, well, the insert, I guess, not the inside. And that, I'm going to use a greeting here that says, what does it say? A little something for a little someone, so cute. And I'm just going to stamp that kind of up here in the top corner, like so. And then I've got one of the little star stamps. There's a single star. Stamp set back here. There's a single star, and then there's a group of 3 stars. I'm just going to use the single star here and some So Saffron ink, and I'm just going to kind of stamp some stars around the greeting here, and maybe one more, like so. Oh, actually, there's rules of odds. We've got to have another one. How about right there? Okay. So those 2 pieces are going to get glued together. Our baby is going to get glued to that. Let's go ahead and finish those pieces up. I'm going to go ahead and fussy cut this umbrella out, but I am going to speed it up so you don't have to, so it doesn't take quite as long. Okay, so we've got our little balloon done. Move some of this scrap stuff out of the way. And now you'll notice that this doesn't really have any yellow highlights on it, whereas my other card, it does have some yellow polka dots. Well, you know what? I just added some with my marker. Just like so, so we can bring in some of that yellow. My little baby, I'm just going to color him really quickly with my Marina Mist marker. There we go, went over him twice. And then I'm just going to add a tiny bit of the yellow here, which I thought was so saffron, but now it turns out it's Daffodil Delight. That's okay. Give him a little bit of blonde hair. Oop, and we better do his little feet on his little jammies here, because he's so cute. Okay, or is this so saffron? No, it is so saffron. Okay, good. I actually knew what I was doing for a change. There's a miracle for you. Okay, we're going to add this piece to our scallop square, and we're going to just kind of put it on there because there's barely going to be any of the saffron showing, and that's okay. We just need a little tiny pop of color. All right. And then I'm going to take a little bit of liquid glue, shake it up and get some out of it. And I'm just going to add the liquid glue right here on this edge where the balloon. I was wanting to call umbrellas balloons, where the umbrella is going to go. I'm just going to bring that down like so. So he's hanging from his umbrella. He's just so cute. Okay, these two pieces can be glued together. All right. Whoops, looks like I screwed up the cutting of this old olive piece, so I'm going to go ahead and line up these three sides, and then I'm going to take it over to my trimmer and trim a little bit off this side there. You can see how this side has a little bit more, not a problem. I'm just going to go trim that off. I'll be right back. All right, back. Got those two pieces done. Now we're going to make our main card here. So I've got the 8.5 by 5.5. I'm going to fold it in half like you would a regular card. Get that folded. Now I'm going to bring my paper trimmer in. We are going to score this at 1.5 inches. All right, so I've got the side in there, butted up against the top, lined up to 1.5, and we're just going to score that. Okay, I'm going to fold this part down, use the bone folder here. And here's a little trick for you. When you are folding that up, first I'm going to glue this piece of paper on. Right here at the bottom, the stripes. Okay, so about like so. And then that's going to work. Okay, so we're going to add some staples, and I'm going to do the staples upside down. I'm going to show you why in a minute. So normally you wouldn't have the bumps of the staples, the scratchy edges that could get snagged on something. Normally you would just staple them and they would be to the back, but I like to have my projects be detail oriented, and so when I present them to somebody I just feel really good about them. So I have the flat part of the staple on the outside of the card, and I've got the bumps here. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take the tiny hammer that I have, a craft hammer, will you, and I'm just going to hammer those down so they're nice and flat now too, so that when I actually fold this flap over, you can't even tell that there's staples there. And I'm just going to add some liquid glue to this, fold that down. Okay, and then we're going to add our liquid glue to the back of this piece, and we're going to glue it to the flap. And now you did notice on my umbrella that I didn't have enough yellow dots. I don't feel like this paper has enough yellow for the project that we've got here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add my baby. I'm just going to kind of look, and I can see that the only yellow one I can see on this side is right there. Well, that's just not enough. We must have a little bit more yellow. Now there's definitely areas where you can add some yellow. And so I'm just taking my marker and I am just adding some yellow dots. Maybe a half dot up there, half dot there. Yeah, that's probably good. And then we're going to maybe add a couple over here. There we go. And it just sort of looks like it was supposed to be like that. Okay, we're going to add this with some Stampin' Dimensionals. Again, you want to make sure that it's not, the dimensionals aren't too high up because you don't want your this piece to stick to the insert. We've got our 4 dimensionals on there. I've poked them with my non-existent fingernails. And we're going to peel these backing pieces off. And then we'll go ahead and add baby, oh, about like that. He's adorable. So I'm just going to go ahead and lay my gift card right there. Okay, so this is going to go in like so, and I'm almost done. The last thing I want to do is to color some ribbon. I want to make a little bow, so I've got my silver-edged metallic ribbon here, and I've got a Stampin' Blends marker. And now these Stampin' Blends markers are absolutely amazing. They color this ribbon so perfectly, you would never know that the ribbon was not this color off the spool. And the markers are so nice that they kind of blend together. You know, as you're coloring it, the color just blends really nicely. It doesn't leave any marks. And we'll just add that. See what I'm talking about? Oh my gosh, maybe a little farther. We want to make sure we have enough for our bow. Okay, so it dries super quickly. It goes through to the other side, so it looks like this ribbon was this color to start with. So we're just going to tie a bow. Do what I do, make 2 rabbit ears, pull the one through. Oh, we need a little bit more. Not a problem, because I don't ever cut my ribbon off the spool until I am done with my bow. That way, if I have that thing happen, it's not a problem. All right, just adding a little more where my eyeballs did not work so well. So I think I've told you guys before, depending when you're watching this, I'll be having cataract surgery next week. Ugh, kind of freaked out about that. I'm not that old, but it is what it is. All right. Pull that through. And I think this might still work because I've got to shorten up these bunny ears a little bit. So I'll just pull them tight. Like so, maybe a little bit smaller. Oops, that did not. There we go. That was twisted somehow. Okay. Bring in some scissors. We're going to snip the tails off. Just about got that perfectly. Oh, maybe a little more. Okay, and then we're going to add the bow right down there in the corner. Actually, I think I want it a little smaller even. There. Okay, move that stuff out of the way. Bring in some mini glue dots. And we're just going to add a couple of glue dots to the back of this bow. And then we're just going to add it right here in the corners. So, oh my gosh, you guys, it's just so cute. I just love this baby. He is just adorable. So there you go. I hope you enjoyed this little pocket card. Give the video a thumbs up if you did. Go ahead and subscribe to my channel down here in the corner. And then if you need any supplies to create your own Moon Baby cards, please do your shopping at shoppingwithbarb.com. I appreciate that very much. I do offer free gifts with purchase, and you can check all those out on my blog at barbstamps.com. And as I always tell you guys, I hope you all have a wonderful day.